With Durk's lawyers preparing to file a motion to dismiss, we thought the dust had finally settled in this case. But just over 230 gigabytes of raw footage and audio tapes have surfaced, some of which allegedly reveal Durk's involvement in a second murder-for-hire plot. This new case could escalate Durk's potential punishment from a life sentence to the death penalty. It's gotten so serious that even cooperating with federal authorities may no longer be enough to help him.
I feel like even if he snitch, he can't get up out of it. If they got him like that, I feel like even if he tell right now, he can't.
What secrets do these revelations hold? Could the evidence actually be legit? And the most interesting question of all, could Durk be facing the electric chair in the near future? Let's dig into it. For those who haven't been keeping up with the T, Lil Durk, government name Durk Derek Banks, got knocked in October 2024 down in Florida on some heavy federal charges connected to an alleged murder-for-hire plot targeting Quando Rondo. During a detention hearing on December 12, 2024, federal prosecutors dropped a bombshell in court linking Durk to a second, uncharged murder-for-hire plot, this one in Chicago. This other case involves the January 27, 2022, killing of Stefan Mack, a 24-year-old alleged shot caller for the Smashville faction of the Gangster Disciples. The way Mack got taken out is wild. Dude was outside the Youth Peace Center of Roseland on 111th Street, a place ironically meant to be a safe zone in a neighborhood where shootings are common. Mack caught both a headshot and a chest shot, and he was later pronounced dead at the hospital. A 40-year-old security guard also got hit in the leg during the crossfire but survived. Two Chicago men, Anthony Montgomery Wilson, 24, and Preston Powell, 23, were charged in 2023 for Mack's murder. They were hit with conspiracy charges for allegedly drilling Mack for a bag. But the million-dollar question remained: who put up the money? According to newly unsealed federal documents, prosecutors believe the trail of cash leads back to Durk. So what's the alleged motive behind this hit? The feds are saying Mack's murder was ordered by Durk as retaliation for the June 2021 killing of his brother, Dante D. Thang Banks. D. Thang, who was 32 at the time, was fatally shot outside Club O, a strip club in Harvey, Illinois, early on the morning of June 5, 2021. The scene was chaotic, with multiple shooters unloading rounds, and even a Harvey police officer caught a stray during a separate scuffle. The new receipts come from a warrant application filed in April 2023, which stayed sealed until December 11, 2024. Conveniently, just one day before Durk's detention hearing for the LA case. This paperwork contains some explosive allegations. It claims that after D. Thang's murder, Durk was offering money for people to take out those responsible, and more specifically, to kill any Gangster Disciple members. According to the FBI, the Smashville faction of the GDs is believed to be behind D. Thang getting smoked, and Mack was allegedly leading a set connected to Smashville. The unsealed warrant, backed by an affidavit from FBI Special Agent Thomas Callahan, alleges that Durk funded or orchestrated Mack's murder as revenge, essentially putting a bounty on GD members' heads. What makes these allegations particularly spicy is the evidence the FBI claims to have stacked up. The investigation into Mack's murder connects Durk to Wilson and Powell, the alleged shooters, through multiple angles. We're talking about text messages suggesting money was exchanged for the hit intel from confidential informants and street sources, analysis of phone records linking Durk to the triggermen, and perhaps most damning, a social media post asking, "Did Durk give you that money?" Prosecutors are pointing to certain lyrics and messages as potential evidence of payment for a hit, specifically, the murder of Max. They cite lines from Lil Durk's 2022 track, AHA, dropped on February 22, 2022, where Durk raps, "My brother, D.D. Thang just got killed and I've been slow since gang, but we got back on they ass. I bet they know this." The feds interpret this as Durk alluding to retaliating for D. Thang's death, possibly through Max's murder. This tactic of using rap lyrics in court mirrors strategies we've seen in other high-profile cases, like the ongoing YSL Rico case in Atlanta. Many within the hip-hop community are worried about how creative expression is being twisted into legal evidence. Adding fuel to the fire, the FBI claims they have photographs showing Durk with Montgomery Wilson, one of the alleged shooters, suggesting a direct connection. These images haven't been released publicly, and the full content of the photos remains undisclosed. As of April 27, 2025, it's critical to note, Lil Durk has not been officially charged in connection with Max's murder. According to the Chicago Tribune and other outlets, the investigation is still active, but no indictment has been issued. Legal experts argue that these allegations are currently being used to paint Durk in a negative light during the LA murder-for-hire case, rather than serving as a foundation for a separate prosecution. Durk's legal team, led by attorney Jonathan Brayman, firmly denies any involvement in the Max case. During a December 2024 detention hearing, Brayman stated, "That's other people. Our client has nothing to do with that." The defense argues, prosecutors are strategically using unproven allegations to poison the well in the LA case, where Durk faces different, unrelated charges. Still, the allegations had serious consequences. At the December 12, 2024 hearing, Assistant U.S. Attorney Ian Yanalou argued that Durk's alleged involvement in the Chicago shooting, combined with accusations of placing bounties on rivals, shows a pattern of dangerous behavior. U.S. Magistrate Judge Patricia Donoghue agreed and denied Durk's $3 million bond request, keeping him in custody while awaiting trial. This raises a major legal question. Should uncharged conduct be allowed in pretrial decisions? Many legal analysts believe that even when the conduct isn't formally part of the charges, it can still influence how a judge sees a defendant. Looking at the Max case more broadly, it shines a light on the ongoing crisis of gang violence in Chicago. The Gangster Disciples, one of the city's most notorious street gangs, have been linked to countless shootings. Internal and external beefs between factions like Smashville have created deadly rivalries, one of which may have led to Max's murder. The fact that Max was gunned down outside a youth peace center only underscores the tragic irony of the situation. The allegations against Durk also reignite a long-running debate. Where do we draw the line between art and real-life crime? Prosecutors argue that Durk's Only the Family label operates like a criminal enterprise, blurring the line between his rap career and the streets. If they can prove Durk ordered Max's killing in retaliation for D-Thang's death, it bolsters their claim that he later orchestrated an attack on Quando Rondo in August 2022, allegedly avenging King Von's murder. That said, Durk is innocent until proven guilty, and nothing has been proven in court yet. Much of the prosecution's evidence remains circumstantial, built on social media, informants, and song lyrics. Critics warn this kind of evidence is shaky at best, especially when it leans on interpreting rap lyrics literally. Drill music, in particular, thrives on hyperbole and violent imagery, artistic conventions that don't always reflect real actions. To fully understand how we got here, we need to rewind to the first murder-for-hire case in LA, and the legal bombshell that followed. Lil Durk, real name Durk Banks, has long walked a tightrope between music stardom and his Chicago street roots. His raw, emotional lyricism has earned him fame and respect, but behind the music lies a web of violence, rivalries, and betrayal. According to a federal indictment, Durk's legal trouble escalated from a deadly feud between his collective Only, The Family, OTF, and rival sets. This feud intensified after the murder of King Von, an OTF artist and Durk's close friend. Many believe Von's death ignited a vendetta, with Quando Rondo rumored to be tied to the incident. Prosecutors allege that Durk put a bounty on Quando Rondo's head, a move that would set off a chain reaction leading to a deadly shooting in LA on August 19, 2022. That night, gunmen opened fire on a black Cadillac Escalade near the Beverly Center. Quando Rondo survived, but his cousin, Savaya Lil Pop Robinson, was killed. 18 shell casings were recovered, evidence of a calculated violent ambush. Investigators say this was no random act. Durk allegedly financed the hit, with flight and bank records showing his crew flying into California just before the shooting. The flights were reportedly booked using an American Express card linked to Durk and his label. Durk allegedly sent messages warning his co-conspirators to avoid booking flights under their real names, a move prosecutors argue was an attempt to hide the plot. Surveillance footage even shows two white vehicles tailing Quando Rondo's Escalade around LA. These vehicles were later connected to Durk's associates from Chicago. On October 24, 2024, 5 suspects were arrested, identified as OTF members with ties to Chicago gangs. As the feds closed in, Durk allegedly attempted to flee the country, booking 3 separate flights to Dubai, Switzerland, and Italy. But federal agents caught him before he could board. The indictment paints OTF as more than a label, as a violent syndicate where members follow orders from Durk, including committing acts of violence. Co-conspirator 3, a key figure in the operation, allegedly handled logistics for the murder plot, booking flights, renting vehicles, and acquiring gear for the hit, all paid for through Durk-linked accounts. Durk himself was in California at the time, staying in a rental house in Encino with other OTF members, further tying him to the conspiracy, prosecutors say. The plot thickened when whispers of betrayal within Durk's crew surfaced. According to sources close to the case, a longtime affiliate of Durk, someone deep within the inner circle, had been secretly cooperating with the feds. This mole reportedly fed information that helped build the murder-for-hire case. Durk has long rapped about betrayal, loyalty, and paranoia in songs like Peliode and Risky, dropping hints that someone close to him might flip.